Hey y'all, real quick, if you like my content, make sure to like the video. Since I'm a new channel, liking the video will help me out with YouTube and its algorithms, so that way I can show up in searches and suggested playlists and all that fun stuff. Thanks guys. Hey y'all, welcome back to Tobacco Leaf Legacies. I know it's been kind of quiet, but if you saw my update video, which if you haven't, go back and watch my update video for 2024 because I talk about how there's just going to be less videos this year. You know, I don't have the farm, and so there just isn't as much to share with you. But I am at the parents' house today. Did y'all think all my outdoor projects were over? Oh no, no. Here, in fact, I think I mentioned in that update video that the first three things that I needed to do was get a new roof on the house, which is done. And I had a lot of tree trimming that I had to do. I'll show you that in this video. And then today I'm at the house, and see if I can get a little bit closer back here. Yeah, you see this wonderful spot back here? Okay, this hasn't been touched for years. Like literally, it just, you know, Dad threw stuff back here. It's behind his little workshop. This is his workshop. And it's just been forgotten about. Well, the thing is, I have got to get a new fence. Okay. Well, you probably heard me say in like some of my other videos, you know, you can't do this until you do that. You gotta do that before you can do this. So this is one of those situations. I can't have the fence people come in until I clear, because this is really the only bad spot. Everything else they can get to without a problem. They cannot get back here, and I mean, they're not going to clean it out. So this is what we're doing today, is cleaning out this wonderful, beautiful little spot. And I'll tell you, I'm not worried about rats. I'm not even worried about snakes. They don't bother me. The thing that bothers me is cockroaches. Oh my God. I cannot, I will scream like a little girl with cockroaches. I just cannot handle them. But snakes, spiders, everything else, totally fine with that. Does not bother me at all. So yeah, welcome to my project for today. Going to show you this over here too. Now I've done a lot of snippets, a lot of stuff already, so you know, you'll see it as the video goes forward. But this is what is happening to my poor fence. And over here, the only reason that's still standing is because it's against that pole over there. Isn't that a mess? It's an absolute mess. But you know, the fence is old and there hasn't been anybody here to keep up with repairs. And you know, we get storms here, and that always does a number on fences anyway, compromising them and all that. So I'm long overdue for a fence, just like I was long overdue to get the roof done. Oh my goodness. And let me show you one other thing over here. I'll show you a picture or video where Dad had built this little shed that was over here, basically just for his lawnmower, just for like his riding lawnmower, to be able to, you know, to pull it in and back it out. And that's just not something that we need in the yard. We have a storage, you know, little shed on the other side, and that will suffice. You know, don't need anything else. So the boyfriend came out and took that down, so that's in a pile over here that I think the fence people will take away, so that'll be fine. And then two, Dad's workshop. Now this was one that he built, and you know, they poured the concrete, like they made it like a nice proper shop. This part over here he added on, and you know, it just has like a tin roof top and a dirt floor, and it's a mess. And the comment that I made about the roaches, oh yeah, it is a haven for roaches, and I hate going in there. So it's coming down eventually. It's not going to come down today, but it is going to come down eventually. So it's going to take a little bit of work, but once I'm done, the backyard is going to look very nice, and I think it'll be perfect for whenever I can get a rental family in here. So, all right, wish me luck. I got to get started. I want to show you my little friend over here. He's kind of hard to see. See part of him? Kind of see part of him through there. Oh look, there's his little head. Hi. He is a little rat snake. I'm not gonna mess with you, buddy. I started, let me go over here in the shade. I started cleaning out where we took the shed down. I know I said I was starting over there, but y'all, that's just how I work. I start in one place and do a little bit more than I had planned on doing anyway. That's neither here nor there. But I wanted to show you my little friend over here. You know, I think this goes without saying, anytime you are going through areas that has been sitting for a while, please be very careful, because you know, whether it's geckos, whether it's lizards, whether it's snakes, whether it's rats, you know, whatever it is, I mean, this is their home, this is their area, and even though we need to clean up and we need to move them, we still don't want to hurt them or disturb them too much. And so I saw him when I started moving stuff, and he kind of scurried, and he found like that perfect little place to hide. And you can tell he's a rat snake because he's got white under his chin. If his face was completely black, he would be just like a regular black racer, little black snake. And I also want to encourage you, don't kill the snakes. Don't kill the snakes, because they're really good. They're really helpful for out here. They, you know, they keep the rat population down and all that kind of stuff. So when you see them, just be mindful of them. Kind of maybe shoo them just to get them out of your way so that they're not going to bite you or mess with you or, you know, anything like that. But then just leave them be, because they're good. He's a little one, so I don't want to mess with him. He still has his little head poked out like, what is that human doing over here? Is she going to mess with me? No, buddy, I promise I'm not going to mess with you. Now, obviously, if it's a poisonous snake and it's near your house, that's a little bit different. But I'm just talking about regular little garden snakes. Just leave him be. He's a cutie. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh, I have been out here for a few hours now. I am dirty and gross, and let's just ignore that. But, oh, somebody's got their saw going. But let me show you what I've done, because I've worked hard and, you know, I want to show somebody. Okay, this area was what I showed you earlier, where we had already taken the little shed down that was here, but all the mess that was here is now gone. Okay, so that's all ready to go, because what I'm preparing for is the new fence. Okay, so this is all good. Now, I'm gonna take you back around over here where I showed you. Look at, see all this? Ooh, I'm hoping the fence people take most of it. Ooh, there's a nail right there. Hold on, y'all. Don't wanna leave nails out here. Okay, this spot over here. Let's walk in a bit so the sun won't mess with it. Look. Look, isn't it better? Oh my goodness, I even did, let me show you. I didn't show you this before, but you know, it was a mess with like twigs and stuff back here. So the only thing I couldn't get is that tire right there, so hopefully they can kind of help me dig it out and pull it up. But y'all, look. And I have to say, it wasn't that bad. I didn't know, because this area, especially around this little shop, I mean, it hasn't been touched in years, okay? And I'm talking like 15-ish, 20 years, right? So I was like, there's no telling what I'm gonna find back there. But thankfully, I found this. I mean, the snakes don't bother me, but I disturbed no snake. We just had that little one over there, and that was it. So nothing over here. Okay, so now that I am absolutely exhausted, that was my workout for like 3 days, y'all. If you want a workout, get in your yard and start doing stuff. Oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, because some people like don't like to go to the gym. Like they don't like that like structured, I don't know, kind of stuff. If you get in your yard and you start cutting stuff and you start raking stuff and you start cleaning stuff up, Whew, you will get a workout. I am worn out. But anyway, it's done. I can call the fence people Monday and get them scheduled, and I am so excited. So, whew, I think I'm gonna go home and take a long hot shower and then maybe have a little cocktail. Okay, I am back out here and starting to clean in the little shed area that I was showing you in the other video. So let me flip this around and show you what I've got. Just did a whole bunch of sweeping here because of course everything's got to pile right there. Okay, so this in here, you can see that's the original side of the proper shop, and then Dad decided that he wanted a little bit more space, which was fine, but the problem is, if you can see, it's not done nice like that one. So we've just got like the galvanized pieces for the ceiling and the wall, which is interesting because originally when I was little, he had a workshop out here, and that's what it was. It was just all the galvanized stuff. And then sometime in the mid 80s, maybe he decided to have a proper shop, pulled the permit, you know, poured the concrete, you know, made this one over here really nice. So he just decided, oh, well, I'll just build this little thing here. Yeah, well, it's fine, but the problem is now all the critters and mess that I was talking about is in here. Snakes, I don't care. Rats, I don't care. Roaches, the last time I went through here and really cleaned and really straightened up, I can't even tell you how many times I ran out of here going, ew, 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 ew. Yeah. I'm really hoping I don't have that problem this time. I don't know. Anyway, let me keep showing you stuff. And see, I know it's kind of hard to see because I got a bunch of stuff in here right now, but there is no proper floor. It's just like dirt, and I think he took like rolls of like shingle material or something and just kind of put it on the floor for a makeshift whatever. Yeah, just a mess. So I've already gone through here, cleaned up a bunch of stuff, kind of separated what I, you know, wanted to keep versus what I wanted to sell. You know, he's got some tools over here that, as far as I know, work fine. Maybe they need a little bit of oil, a little bit of attention, but they should work okay. And so for today, that's what I'm trying to do, is clean up in here a little bit more and maybe take some pictures so that I can start getting some of this listed on Marketplace. Now, thankfully, y'all saw what I had in North Carolina, and this is a fourth of that. Thank goodness. So shouldn't be a problem. I've got the other shed that's over there that's full, I've probably mentioned, that's full of scrap metal stuff. So before I can really properly start shifting and packing away things I'm keeping and all of that, I've got to do that scrap metal run. But I'm working with the weather. That's my thing all the time. You've got to work with the weather, especially when you can't handle the heat. I cannot handle our heat down here. It is stupid. It's just stupid. So I've got the next 3 months where weather's up and down, so I just have to watch the weather and come out here on a cooler day. Today is a really nice day, so I figure if I can get in 3 or 4 hours out here, that'll be awesome. Hey y'all, all right, I'm back again. So today is another scrap metal day. If you can kind of see behind me, that's probably a little bit better. This is all the stuff when I was going through my dad's workshop and stuff here in the back. Of course, he had a bunch of scrap metal and mess here too. So as you do, and you know, and here's the thing too, if you have just, you know, a couple pieces of something that's scrap metal, it's probably not worth, you know, your time to mess with it and drop it off or whatever. But you saw what I had up in North Carolina, so that was definitely worth it. And you see that I have got basically a shed full here. So it comes back to, you know, recycling, and you don't want to just like throw this stuff away. Take it somewhere that can actually then do something with it. I don't know if they sell it to places, give it another life maybe, like who knows. But do that. You do get paid for it. You're not going to get rich on it, but hey, if it buys you some groceries, some money for the gas tank, or maybe helps you pay off a little bill or something, it's totally worth it. It's good all the way around. So, got to get started. All right, so this is my mess in here. This is stuff that I have cleaned out from the other shop, from Dad's main shop, and kind of squirreled away in here because I knew I would be doing a scrap metal run, and you know, have a bunch of stuff in there and in here, box full here, another bin full over there. All right, time to get busy. Alright, so we have gone through everything. Let me show you. Got all this empty. Now, everything else in here is stuff that I've gone through that, you know, I'm keeping, going to take to the mountain house, garden stuff, bunch of tools. I mean, you know, this stuff is good, so we don't need to get rid of that. So out here is all of the magnetic stuff. So, you know, I always say, you hear me preach all the time, use your space wisely. So these bins that I've got, I'm going to try to put as much of the small stuff in there as I can to save space in the van. And then over here, that's all of the like aluminum and just other stuff that is not magnetic, because when you go, at least the two places that I've been to so far, well, I had to call the second place, but anyway, you unload your magnetic first because they have a big pile and it just basically gets thrown in the pile. You saw in the other video how the guy with the crane was moving it, which is really cool. So you do that first, and then you take all of your non-magnetic stuff. Now, it's especially helpful if you have like a lot of copper and brass and that kind of stuff, which we do not, but still, and most of the time when you go to the places, they will also help you sort it because they have to sort it when they get it to, you know, figure out where it needs to go. So anyway, oh y'all, this has been sitting for a long time in here, and so I'm very excited to get this divvied up, and we're gonna load it up here in a bit. And I may not be able to take it today, it may have to be tomorrow, and I may have to make 2 trips. We'll see. I'll be back. Alrighty, we could only fit the magnetic batch into the van, so the aluminum and all the other non-magnetic stuff is gonna have to wait, but this is easy. I can handle this by myself. So this, however, is all ready to go. Yay! All right, I am in the van and I am headed to drop off this first magnetic batch. Well, that was easy. Just unload it for a few minutes. Got about 50 bucks. That's fine. I can handle that. Van's empty. Now I got to go back and get the next little load. well, I'm back at the recycle place, but van is empty. So I am all done with scrap metal. The non-magnetic stuff, the way that they did it here is that I went and got a bin and rolled it over here to the van. And because it wasn't a whole lot, like I had asked the girl earlier, you know, I've only got like a little bit, and she's like, if it's less than like 50 pounds or something, just park, get a bin, put your stuff in there, and then roll it over, and then the guys will go through it and they'll do the ticket that way. So I mean, it's like 80-90 bucks for today. So look, that's like an extra $100. Stuff moves on to another life. It gets out of my way so that I can kind of move on to the next thing. So I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. And now, you know what's gonna happen? Goldie, which is what I call my van because she's gold, she's gonna have a spa day. Bless her. She's worked really hard with me the last 2 or 3 years, and this scrap metal run was like the last kind of dirty run, you know, like dirty stuff that I needed to use her for. So she's gonna have a spa day, and I got a little bit of money, and now I've got space at the house so I can start moving on to the next phase. So it's a good day.
I would do today would be like at max 25-mile-an-hour winds up.
I can actually see everything again. Well, happy Valentine's Day, y'all. So I think I am putting this little segment of video in with the bit where I have started the work on my parents' house with the tree trimming and the new fence and all that kind of stuff. And you saw already the segments with the scrap metal and all that. Well, that has been in the last, 2 or 3 days or so. And so today I decided that, well, it's Valentine's Day. And I decided that I have been doing a lot of hard work the last number of years. As y'all have seen, I have been doing a lot of hard work. And I'm going to treat myself. Well, a couple friends have treated me. Not this past Christmas, Christmas before that. 2 of my girlfriends got together and gave me a gift certificate for something that I have been wanting to try for a very long time. And that is a hot stone massage. Has anyone ever had one of those? I have not. I'm not really one that goes and gets professional massages, like, ever. I think I've had one in my life, but the hot stone thing I have really wanted to try. And the theme kind of this year, along with working on the parents' house and catching up with the things that have been sitting and waiting for me because of me being so busy, the last few years in North Carolina, is really some pampering. And it is pampering of mind, body, spirit kind of thing. And it is, all in the name of healing. Pampering yourself is part of that. It's just part of that. You need to work hard, but you need to play, rest, pamper hard. Something like that. So anyway, I am very excited because, like I said, I've never done this and I've always wanted to, and I was very excited when they gave me that gift certificate. I really wanted to wait until after the second closing was over. That was one of those things in my head that I was just like, okay, I just want to wait till then, and so I can fully appreciate it with none of that stuff on my mind. And well, then that got a delay, and that's another entire story. I just decided I'm not going to wait anymore. So I'm headed there now. All right, y'all. So I am back in the van after having my hot stone massage, and let me just tell you how relaxed I am and how awesome that was. If you have also been hearing about, whatever, hot stone massage, and you're not sure if you want to do that or not, I'm going to highly encourage you to do that. And here's kind of the rundown of how they did it here, because, a lot of people, we get anxiety a little bit when we don't kind of know what's going to happen or what we're getting into, or, that kind of thing. And especially some people are very funny about a massage because, that's your body and what's going to be happening with it. The table was heated, which, okay, that in and of itself was wonderful. And you pretty much stay covered with a sheet and a blanket the entire time. You start off lying on your stomach, and you get a really nice back massage and neck massage, and your arms and hands and that kind of thing, the back of your legs, feet, ankles, whole bit. And you flip over, and of course you're all still covered, it's all good, and you get kind of your upper shoulders, that doesn't make sense. Your shoulders, upper back, your neck, and like down your arms, across your chest kind of thing. And then the front of your legs and your feet again, hands a little bit. So you're really getting like a full body massage, which I kind of wasn't sure how all that was going to go. So we did that, which was really nice. And she, of course, uses her hands for a lot of it, but the way they use the stones, and this is the part that I wasn't sure about, because when you see hot stone massages, you just see somebody lying there with stones on their back. Okay, that didn't happen. That did not happen. They take these stones, and they're a certain kind of stone, but they warm them up, and then along with using their hands, they take the stones and then they run them along your body. So what's nice with that is that as soon as that stone hits your skin, like at first I thought, because I couldn't tell the difference between her hand and the stone. Okay, I could not tell the difference. And at first when she did it and I felt that at like extra heat, I was like, ooh, is that like a warming lotion? And she's like, no, that's the stone. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's nice. So when she would use them, you really couldn't tell that she was using them, except that you got this extra burst of this heat, of this just warmth, relaxing, just wonderful heat. And the hour, at first I thought, an hour, that's going to be a long time. No, I could have lied there another like 30 minutes with her doing that. So that was well worth it. Thank you, my friends, for that, for giving me that, because that was exactly what I needed. And I can guarantee you that I will be doing this again, because it was just that wonderful and it felt that good. I will say, the only caveat to this is that don't do it in the summer. If you're in the summer, and especially if you're somewhere like me where it's hot as Hades anyway, like stupid, ridiculous, can't breathe outside kind of heat, that's probably not going to be a good thing to do in the summer. So for me anyway, and I don't know about everybody else, but for me, this is a perfect January, February, when it's, chillier where I am, perfect thing to do. Who knows? Maybe this will have to be my Valentine's gift to myself every year. So I encourage you, if you're thinking about doing something like this, go ahead and do it. Do it. It's absolutely wonderful, and I am going to have a fantastic, relaxed day. All right, guys, that concludes this video. This took probably 3 or 4 months to do because, you know, I of course didn't have everything done all at the same time. But these were 3 really big things that I had been holding off on because I was gone so much, you know, and there was just no way to get to it, whatever, to schedule it and to take care of it. So the big tree trimming is done. The roof is done. I mean, that was a big thing, y'all. And getting the new fence. Oh my gosh. And I can't even explain. Some of you will understand. Like, you hear me talk about making my head happy and doing this kind of stuff, and especially getting big things done. Getting little things done is important too, but sometimes you have these big things on your list that you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to, you know, whatever. But when you get the big ones off the list, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I am really happy with the fence. Oh my gosh, it looks awesome. I don't think we've ever had one done. This company, they do it. It's the board on board, first of all, and they build it here, and they literally build it, as you kind of saw in the video, like a board at a time. So I think the ones that we've always had was just, you know, you go to Home Depot or whatever and you grab the big pieces and you put them up. So this is awesome. Now I will have to let it sit for a few months, maybe 4 to 6 months, something like that. I have to confirm with the company, and then I'm going to seal it just to make it last like as long as possible. I just want to continue to show you what I'm doing here at the parents' house. It may not be quite as big of an ordeal as Raleigh. It may not be, you know, as old as that up there, but it means just as much, and it feels good to finally be here, be able to spend time here and get some of these things done, because I mean, this is my childhood home and it's where I grew up, and it's important to me to keep it in really good shape so that I can get a family in here that will hopefully love it as much as I did. As I always say, you know, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. If you did not watch my update video, make sure to go back and watch that, because that'll explain some of the things that are happening this year and how I won't be doing quite as many videos just because I don't have as much going on. This would be a really good time if you have not seen, you know, a lot of the videos or whatever from last year. Go back and watch them. And go back and watch them. Make sure you are subscribed. This is something I just cannot stress enough. I think 10% of my people who are following me are actually getting the videos, okay? So you subscribe, and I talk about this in the update video too. You subscribe, but then you click on like the little bell and you make sure that it has all highlighted. So that way when I post a video, it'll give you a notification. Otherwise, unless you're just arbitrarily going to my channel to see what's new, you have no idea what I'm posting. And based on the stats and things that I'm looking at, literally 10% of people of my followers are seeing them, and it's kind of crazy. So just go back, just make sure you're doing that, you know, go back and watch the videos and all that. And I am so excited. What I'm doing today is I went to Home Depot and I got some bins. I've got a lot of stuff out here in the shed in the shop that was Dad's. I've got a lot of stuff out here that I'm keeping, and it's one of those, now that the scrap metal is gone, you saw that, and that was a big deal too. Now that that's out, my shed over here is free. Now that that's free, I can take all the stuff that you know I'm keeping and putting away, and I can shift it over there so it clears out in here, because just like in the house, I've got to go through here and give this some updates and some cleaning and all of that kind of stuff. So you know how that goes. You can't do this till you do that, and you can't do that till you do this up here. So that is the story of my life. But that's okay. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. As always, time is precious. Carpe diem, seize the day. I'll see you next time.